Perfect. Now we got the ice maker in the shot. Dude, everyone needs an ice maker. I fucking love ice maker.
Yeah, my roommate
Hey,
bought it.
there you go. That's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, any questions or anything?
No, what
It's
part of Canada do you live in?
oh, for sure. I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Dude, nice. We're in the same time zone, so we
Oh,
must
perfect.
be right above and below each other.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just a straight shot north of you.
Damn, I'm gonna drive up there someday.
Oh, dude, don't. Uh, okay, so if you don't have any questions, yeah, we'll just get going on the podcast. Thanks for coming on the show, man. This will be probably episode 111, so 111.
That's a
Special
great
episode.
episode.
Yeah, it's perfect. Uh, Thanks for coming on the show. This is Canadian Talk. It's basically a podcast that we just kind of get to know each other. We talk comedy, we talk life, whatever you got going on, that kind of stuff. And it's never a bad episode. So,
Dude, hell yeah.
yeah. So it's nice to have you on. This is my first time meeting you. Um, I've got so many questions. I know that you're a comedian, and I've seen a few of your clips on social media, and I think you're pretty decent at it.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, I'm really happy to get you on the show today, man. Thanks for doing it. So do you have anything you want to promote right off the top, like any shows coming up, or you have your own podcast, or anything that you want people to go and find you on?
I have a vlog on YouTube. It's called Open Mic Night, but it's Mike spelled like my name, Mike, Mike.
Okay, dude,
Yeah.
you got that title, Open Mic Night. You'd think somebody
Well,
else would have taken it.
that's just what I call every episode. My username is just my name, Michael Blanck, Blanck.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
what a horrendous spelling of that last name. I feel like I can't chirp because I have a CK in my last name too, but it's like for some reason your last name makes me so angry.
it would be better if it was just spelled like the word.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
C is just he's just found a way to wiggle his way in there. A completely unnecessary C in your last name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed. People call me Blanc sometimes, but that's pronounced wrong.
yeah.
Blank.
Michael Blanck. All right.
Michael Blanc.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so how long have you been doing comedy?
Almost 4 years. Like when I get to April, it'll be like 4 years.
Oh my God, man, that's amazing. I've been doing this podcast for I think about five and a half now. I tell you, man,
Wow.
after you get that long, it starts to be so crazy. Hey, like, so do you think you've improved a lot since you started, or are you pretty much the same?
Dude, sometimes I think I've gotten worse, but I don't know. I feel like when I first started, I was so like it was like more pure. It was the true beginner's perspective. But
Yeah.
people say that's just like an illusion. But I don't know, man. One
Okay.
time I posted one of my first sets ever on TikTok, and it got like 100,000 views. So I'm like, maybe I was funnier back then.
Wow, that's a lot of views, dude. I know that's it's
Yeah.
hard. So you went viral early, and then you kind of have you had anything viral since then?
Right now, and I posted a clip on Instagram on like Friday, and it already has like 100,000 views. So I've yeah, I can get some views. I used to have like a podcast with my ex girlfriend that I
Oh
would post.
no.
Yeah, and we built it up. I would post clips like all the time, and they would all get hundreds of thousands. Some of them would get millions.
That's
We got
amazing.
like a bunch of subscribers, but then she broke up with me, so I had to restart.
Holy shit, dude. I
Yeah,
did not know that about you at all.
yeah.
Should we talk about that at all? Or like, do you want me to bring up the name or anything like that? Or,
I don't want to bring any attention to that.
yeah, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Um, so 4 years, that's awesome. So do you like it still?
Yeah, I like it. I love it. But
What's your favorite thing about performing stand up? because you said now that you feel like you've lost a little bit of the purity. Uh,
Yeah,
and I know that for sure. That's what part of why I pursue podcasting instead of stand up. Pure, like mostly is because I feel like podcasting has an element of improv to it that kind of keeps it pure.
yeah,
So
yeah.
with the stand up, do you like it more? Like, do you still like it?
Yeah, I like it. My favorite part about it is I get the subscribers on YouTube. I have them fill out a form. If they like the show, they fill out a form and they tell me where they live. And then I go and I meet them in real life. And that's my favorite part, meeting the people in real life.
Holy shit, man! So you're just like basically like Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. I love Jesus. I've been praying to Jesus on my vlog lately, asking him to help me write jokes. So big shout out to that guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
He
So
keeps making me write jokes about like penis and vagina. So he's a dirty bastard,
of
but
course he
shout out
is,
to
eh?
Jesus. Yeah,
Works in mysterious ways.
he sure does.
So so what got you going with comedy? Like when you were first starting, can you tell me how you got started?
Well, originally I've always I was trying to be an entrepreneur. It wasn't even about comedy at first. I was trying to like do all this bullshit drop shipping, you know what that is? And it was
Yep.
like I was really bad at it. I didn't like it. I was like trying to make money. It was pretty lame. But then I read some book. I always read books. I like try and read 30 minutes every day. And I found this book called Think and Grow Rich. And I found it because I was reading another book and it said to read that one. And that book just really made me think about what I wanted to do with my life. And I was trying to think about what my like natural talents were.
And how
And
old
then
are you at this particular moment when you find this book?
I was probably like 20, 21, 22.
Okay.
I was working at UPS doing some hard manual labor.
Fuck. Dude, I worked as a delivery driver too at a courier place.
Yeah, it's brutal. I wasn't doing the deliveries. I was just unloading the trucks, but
Oh, it's
it's
even worse.
all tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and
Sorry.
then right when I found that book, I went to the comedy club for an open mic and they said they needed a new chef. So I quit my job and I worked at the comedy club for like a couple of years and I learned a lot there. I met a lot of people. And then I eventually got fired, had a falling out with the owner.
Oh
But
yeah.
we're cool again.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
happens, hey.
Yeah, yeah. Sure
Cool.
does.
Okay, so it was kind of just like I'm sorry, I feel like I missed a portion of that story. So you're working as a UPS person,
Yeah.
and you're doing drop shipping. You're trying to make money on the side. And how
Yeah.
exactly does the comedy relate to the drop shipping? Were you trying to make like marketing videos, or I don't understand the connection there.
I guess I see comedy as being like entrepreneurial. So it's just like
Oh, I see.
an extension of that, but
Okay, that makes sense.
there's not a whole lot of connection though.
No, okay, okay, I get what you're saying. But yeah, yeah, comedy is an interesting thing, right? Yeah, because you're like
Yeah.
selling yourself in a way. Um,
Yeah.
which yeah, I haven't figured that out yet as to whether or not that's a good idea or a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm right there with you on that one because I like I said we've been doing it about the same amount of time. Um, so how many? No, that's not interesting. So where are you from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, fucking sick! I love that place. I've only been there once though.
Oh, you've been here, dude?
Yeah. I had a boss once that at an engineering job that I had who was from there and he was a fucking asshole. So I don't know. It definitely left a
That's
mark
not
on the
good.
place. But yeah, dude, it's a pretty nice place.
Did you try the barbecue when you were here?
No, no. My fucking
Oh,
fridge is full of barbecue right now, though. I do love barbecue. I eat it constantly. Like I
hell
feel like
yeah.
if I had to stop eating barbecue, like let's say that this was the options. I can die at 50 and eat as much barbecue as I want, or I die at 90 and stop eating barbecue. I will take 50 every single time.
Yeah, I don't think it's a compromise though, because in my mind, barbecue is very healthy.
Me
It's
too.
got,
Me
yeah,
too.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure, for sure. So you're from Kansas City. That's cool. Did you grow up there, born and raised?
Born and raised. I was born in a hospital less than 2 miles from where I'm sitting right now. It's right next to the bar scene too. So
Okay.
I just
Yeah. No, you
born.
know what
Yeah.
though? I got something to say to you already. And people tell me sometimes that I can be too complimentary, but I just want to mention this already. Because when you talked about how you started in comedy, you kind of just gave me your work story. But like I can see already that the way that you say stuff, even just regular stuff, this is why your podcast was probably so good. Like you say stuff funny, dude. How many episodes of your podcast did you? Oh fuck, you don't want to talk about it. Can I like
No, it's fine. We can talk about it. We did like 40 episodes.
40? Okay.
Yeah, and my girlfriend was kind of the star of the show
Oh
because
yeah.
that's just how it happened. She was pretty hot, so that helped. But we had a bunch of girls watching,
Oh yeah.
and they all hated me in the end. They all hate me now.
Fuck,
Like,
dude. That's
yeah,
crazy. You blew my mind with this shit. I had no idea that you had a podcast already. I feel
yeah, dude.
bad.
I had a TikTok account. I had like 130,000 followers,
Hmm.
and after the podcast ended, I'm down to like 92,000 followers.
Oh,
So
that's sick. What is your handle? Just to remind me, to remind anybody listening, what's your handle on like Instagram and TikTok? Are they the same or what are they?
it's my name, Michael Blanck. I got lucky. I pretty much got my name on like every platform because I started my Instagram when I was like 12, like right when Instagram came out.
Oh yeah. That might be why,
So
but it might also be because the devil spelt your last name. Like, for God's sake. That's such a unique spelling, so that's probably why also.
I did look up my name, Michael Blanck, on Instagram to see the other people who have my name. And there's a few of them, and they
Oh
all
yeah.
have like bullshit usernames like Michael underscore blank or blank Michael. And I
Yeah. Well, that's good
look
that you
at
got
them.
it. You want to hear
Yeah.
something on that topic? You know what's shitty about mine is and it's so annoying because it's not even spelt the same, right? It's en in Stephan instead of an. But
Oh, yeah.
fucking NBA player who has a podcast has the same fucking name as me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
dude.
is unlucky.
Stephan Jackson. He's a basketball NBA player. He's got a podcast. I think it's called Up in Smoke. Have you ever
Wow.
heard of that or anything? No.
No, I'm not a big. We don't have an NBA team here, so I barely know anything about that.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm not a basketball fan at all. Although
Yeah.
just yesterday, for some reason, I was like, I saw on my phone there was a like I do a lot of sports betting. Do you do sports betting?
Yes.
Yeah. So the other day, like I was up pretty good from the Four Nations Cup. So on my phone the other day, the sports betting app was open, and I saw the Grizzlies game, Grizzlies versus the Magic the other day, and I just like put $100 on that. And then there was some random tennis match, and one guy was from Great Britain, the other guy was like Russian or something. So I was like, "Okay, we're going with the British guy." Put another 100 on that, and then both bets just win. I was like, "All right, never doing that again." That was my little problem gambler day. Just we'll have a vacation being a problem gambler.
But you won,
Yeah, I won. I won.
dude. That's great. I don't gamble a whole lot, but recently, the Kansas City Chiefs were in the Super Bowl,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I was trying to make some quick money because I'm really broke right now,
they
and
had
so
them
I put.
favorited.
They did barely.
Yeah, I
I
put
put.
200 on Kansas City, and then I was like,
Sorry.
"Fuck, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Why isn't your no wait? Is she the other team? Yeah, no, she's
No,
that.
she is our team. She is our team.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I was shocked at how, and I don't want to say anything. I don't mean to upset you. I was surprised that dude, Henry Kelsey or whatever. What's his name?
Yeah. Travis Kelsey. Yeah.
He's not that good. Like I get that he's kind of like the Gronk style player who he's just a utility guy. You can always hit him up the middle, little punch
Yeah.
passes, but he really did nothing that game.
He did nothing. I put $150 on him to catch a touchdown,
Oh,
and yeah,
what odds did you get on that? I bet you probably got 7-1 on that or something pretty good.
they weren't even that great of odds.
Fuck.
But, yeah, I lost all my dude. He is good. He just not. He's just old.
Oh, okay.
Because
Fair
if you
enough.
look at his stats, he's like the best of all time tight end. He has
Fair enough.
all the records, but he's
Oh,
just
okay.
too old. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't watch that much football. Do you like the way he
Yeah.
dresses?
Fuck. I saw him leaving the Super Bowl in a in a pretty embarrassing shirt.
That's what I thought too. Oh man. Did you see that video of when that guy was getting in his face and then he smashed his phone on the ground?
No.
Oh, you got to check that one out. Um,
Yeah, no, my Travis Kelsey, funny story. My sisters actually ran into him at like a bar and they partied with him like all night and they got his phone number, but then they wouldn't give me his phone number, so I couldn't get in touch with him.
that's awesome. Holy shit. Oh man, I imagine how many times he changes his number though. Probably
Yeah,
for
for
that
real.
reason.
Gotta be.
Yeah, got to be a lot. So so when you go and meet these people in person, uh like what's that like? Because this will be kind of a part of the Michael Blanck comedy experience in a sense. People will like be super interested in this. Like how many people do you think you've met with and that kind of a thing?
Well, my first time going to meet somebody, he's my big fan. Shout out Alex Steele. He commented on all my videos. He binge watched all my vlogs, and he kept commenting, "Come to Manchester," and not the big Manchester. There's another Manchester in New Hampshire, and so in America, and it was like a 24-hour drive. It was super far away, really close to Boston. But I went out there and I did a show, and he brought a bunch of friends out. So I got to meet him. I stayed at one of their houses,
Oh, that's awesome.
and it was cool. Yeah, I love the support.
Yeah, that is a
And
great part about comedy. Hey, is the traveling and then
yeah,
sometimes you stay in kind of dicey places and then
yeah,
it's just like, well, I'm still alive. I guess I'm doing something right. But yeah,
yeah,
the friends that you make when they, just for these little pockets of time where you have a comedian come and stay with you or something like that, it's kind of a crazy thing. Hey,
that's the best part
if you ever
about it.
come to Saskatoon, you've got a place to stay.
Let's
Do
go.
comedy here. I have a bunch of houses and stuff. Back to the gambling thing. Yeah, I have a bunch of houses here in Saskatoon. I won,
Yeah,
dude. My money that I made. You're not going to believe me. When I was young, like when I was in engineering school, right? I started that out of high school. When I was in engineering school, I played poker. Like you call it professionally because it was my primary source of income, right? And
yeah.
I made a decent amount of money at that, and that was how I bought my houses. And so I got lots of room, man. Bring you and four other people, and we'll have room for all of you to do comedy here.
Dude, I might take you up on that. Don't bluff. Don't
Hell yeah,
bluff.
I'm not bluffing at all. Do I look like
Do you
I'm
have
bluffing?
open mics?
Although I can bluff good.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought you were going to say you bought Bitcoin when you said you're not going to believe me.
No, no. Just I was just a poker player. I made, the thing is I didn't make millions, but I made, like let's say 100,000 upwards of
Yeah,
that in the 3 years or so, which was
that's
enough to
crazy.
buy houses where I'm from. I don't know what houses cost
Wow.
where you're from, but
Depends where you buy them, really.
yeah, it
Dude,
really does.
I fucked up. I have to plug my phone in. It's going to
Oh,
die.
okay. Yep. Go
Sorry about
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
Hopefully, you can edit this out in post product.
Of course, man.
Luckily, I have this sick mobile charger.
Oh,
It
hell
comes
yeah.
in handy when I'm on the road because whenever I go on the road, I sleep in my car for most days. So, and then I'm editing vlogs, so I need the power bank.
Dude, those things are so clutch.
So clutch.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I was worried you weren't going to be able to like stand the phone up the same way or something with it plugged in.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was right next to me. That was
Sweet.
clutch.
Oh, that was good. Okay, cool. Uh, okay. Well,
And interrupted the flow.
no, that's all right. That's all right. Do you want to have more of a break to do anything like go to the bathroom or anything like that? I guess we've been going for about 20-25 minutes.
Whoa, feels
Maybe
like
even longer.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, are you dipping right now?
Indeed I am.
You haven't switched over to Zen yet?
No, I have. I have. I'm not dipping real stuff. I'm sad to say that I'm dipping the girl stuff, the little pouches,
Don't
man.
be sad. That shit is better.
It's better. I like. Oh, it's better in certain ways. Normal is better in certain ways, but it's just the punishment that you take with doing normal is just sometimes it's not worth the investment.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's just a little
I
bit
did it
gross.
for years.
Yeah,
Just a little bit, yeah.
yeah. So, it was that your favorite show of comedy that you've ever done with that fan of yours there?
Yeah, it's got to be up there because it went great. It was a Don't Tell comedy show. Have you heard of that?
I have not.
Don't Tell Comedy is it's a great thing. It's like basically there's like franchises in every city, and the gimmick is that you don't tell where the location is going to be until like the day of. So it's like a secret location, a secret lineup. People buy tickets, and then when it's the day of the show, they get an email like, "Oh, the show is in the basement of this coffee house," and then everyone shows up. It's usually a BYOB thing,
Oh,
and
sick.
yeah,
I like the BYOB part.
yeah, oh, it's fire.
Yeah.
If I ever go on tour as a headliner, I want to make all my shows BYOB.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I guess you do lose out on a lot of money when you're on the other side of it. I guess maybe not.
But the thing is, the comedians don't get the money from the liquor sales anyway.
Yeah, not
It's
always.
usually the venue that gets that, and the
Yeah,
comedians get most of the ticket sales.
yeah.
So if you do it in a place that doesn't sell alcohol anyway, like sometimes they'll do it at like a greenhouse, like a plant store. So then all these people come and watch comedy at the plant store. They bring their own alcohol, and then afterwards maybe they buy stuff from the shop or they
Oh,
know about it.
yeah. That's sick. That's sick. So, Kansas City. So you are in the United States. What do you think about like? Do you like Trump?
Oh shit, I don't want to get into that.
No.
I did have a girl the other day. She was like, I was hitting on her, and she was like, "So, how do you feel about Trump?" And I was like, "I feel the exact same way that you feel about Trump."
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, no, you can't do that." So I was like, "Okay, I hate Trump," and she was like, "Thank God, I hate
Yeah.
Trump too." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, sweet."
Dude, that's a good tactic. That could get you in the door with like any chick. Just yeah, you don't want to talk politics with girls, but if it just be liberal whenever you're talking to any
I
girl ever.
guess it's a pretty safe bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, dude, the only reason I brought it up was because I was going to say, did you see that clip of Trump? I don't know how much like you're on your phone or how busy you are in your day to day, but I watch an insane amount of the internet. Like I'm probably addicted to my phone.
We
Did you see
all
that
are.
Trump like where he was doing that presentation and he called out that governor of Maine about the guys in girls sports thing, and then he was like, "You're not going to comply, Maine," and then she was like, "No." Did you see that or
No, I
no?
didn't see that.
Oh fuck, it's a crazy clip, man. He's basically doing a presentation and he goes, "Is the governor of Maine here?" And there's like 100 people in a room, and and she goes, "Yeah, yeah, I'm here." And he goes, "So you're not going to comply, right?" And she goes, "I'm complying with state and federal law." And he goes, "No, we are the federal law." And she goes, "Well," and he goes, "Well, you better comply, or you're not going to get any federal funding." And she goes, "I'll see you in court." And he goes, "Fuck," or he doesn't say fuck. He goes, "I'll see you in court. This will be an easy one." And enjoy your life after governor because you're never going to be in elected politics again, all on camera in front of a crowd, put her down. I thought it was kind of crazy. I don't consider myself on either side politically, but I do find him entertaining. I think he's one of the like presidents like that are the best thing that can happen to comedy ever. It's like if you it was
Yeah.
a comedy stock and you just see it go up whenever there's a president like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what they say. I
yeah.
haven't made too many jokes about presidents, but
It's a
I'm
good one
sure
to
it's out
do.
there. Yeah. I've been actually getting some Canadian politics on my feed. It
Oh,
looks crazy over there. I
it's a
keep
mess.
seeing
It's a mess.
Pierre
Our leader,
Poilievre.
our leader just gets divorced by his wife, fucking resigns, and it's like now we're so shitty. It's like America's like we're just gonna take you over, all right? And we're like, please don't. But it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do? You know?
Yeah, it's crazy times, dude. I will say, when I was growing up, back before Trump was a politician, he had a TV show called Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah,
And me and my family always watched that together. And it was actually like a really entertaining show.
dude, you can't deny that he's a great entertainer.
Yeah, you can't deny it. No.
Yeah, and that is what being a politician really is at the end of the day. I mean, what else
Yeah.
is it? You know?
Yeah, it's for real.
Yeah. So, what were did you go to university at all, or do you have any education, or what was your life before as a youngin?
Dude, I went to Mizzou, or I went to University of Missouri for 3 semesters, and I got expelled. And then I was like, okay, well now I want to start my own business. That's what I want to do anyway. So
Why'd you
that's
get
when I,
expelled?
bro. So you know what's the drinking age in Canada? Is it 18?
16. No, 19. 19. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah. Well, I kept getting arrested for like underage drinking, which
Oh,
like arrested is a strong term. They would just like put me in handcuffs and then write a ticket and then let me go usually.
yeah, yeah.
But it happened like 5 or 6 times. And then every time it happened, they tell the university about it. So I had to keep meeting with the university. And then the final straw was that I was in a fraternity and we were
Okay.
hazing the pledges and we got caught. And I got caught red handed. We weren't even doing anything bad.
Yep.
But
You were
they
hazing.
really correct. We were hazing, and then they expelled me.
Oh shit,
I tried to appeal it,
man. That's
and
crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's fucking awesome though, dude. You know, you want to know why I identify with that a lot because you heard my story a little bit. Like
yeah,
I basically do the same thing, but in Canada we don't have recognized fraternities. Like it's
yeah,
not even a thing. That's why what I do with my houses and rent them to students is even a thing that works because the university has no setup or structure for housing all of the students. So I pretty much run like fraternity houses in a way, in the same way, but like multiple of them. So in a sense, I'm like a fraternity leader. But
yeah,
fuck.
dude.
But yeah,
You
you
need
would.
to
Sorry.
you got to put some Greek letters on the house and
Yeah,
then call it a frat.
dude, that's all I need to do, and then
Yeah,
then it's happening. Fuck, that is crazy, man. Are you able to laugh about it now? Like, I guess so, right? Like, life is life.
yeah.
Looking
I'm
back
glad
on
it
it, is it
happened.
still something that kind of pulls at you, or you kind of can laugh about it now?
I can laugh about it.
I'm just
I'm
checking because I
happy.
really want to laugh about it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I made some friends. I still know them, and yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah. So, what was the dream? What did you, at that time when you were going to go to uni, what did you think you were going to be back then?
I just went to Missouri University to party and have fun, and then I did like a business degree because that's just what everyone does. It's really easy, and
Yeah.
I got really good grades. It was super easy. I got like a 4.0 my first semester, and like pretty close to it my second. So I thought since my grades were good, I thought they wouldn't expel me, but they said I was a detriment to the community, and they expelled me.
God. Just sparking the boys. That's not a detriment to the community. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Crazy.
we were just trying to make them better people, dude.
That's all you're trying to do, and like a little, oh man, that's like one of those things where it's like you get arrested for like urinating in public or doing something crazy like that. It really
Yeah.
is something to be proud of in the end as you age rather than something to be like upset about, you know?
Yeah, urinating in public, that's been legal for like 99% of human history.
Right?
So it's
Exactly.
bullshit now. Yeah. We're
Oh,
born to poop outside.
yeah. There's nothing better
Forced
than
to poop
pooping
in public.
outside.
There's nothing better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you wanted to do business. You thought maybe you could start a business. You didn't really have any aspirations for that kind of a thing to fit
Yeah.
in. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
Well, the reason it's ever since I was like 15 or 16, I got expelled from high school as well.
yep.
And when I got expelled from high school, everyone just treated me like I was a huge fuck up.
Yeah.
And so I guess ever since then, I've just been trying to fill a hole and
Yeah.
prove them wrong.
I hear you,
So,
bro. I hear
yeah.
you. That's totally fine. That's totally fair. I think I do the same thing, I think, uh
Mm.
in my life. So,
You sound like you're doing pretty good, though, dude.
oh, thank you. Thank you. So, if you had to say like what inspired you cuz you started working at a comedy club, you get a little bit of the vibe. You're in the world. But was there an inspiration? Do you have a favorite comedian or anything like that?
Um, I didn't grow up a huge comedy fan. Like a lot of the comedians I'm around grew up watching comedy. Like their dad showed them all this comedy, but not for me. Like my dad watched sports. He doesn't really know anything about comedy. But the reason I got into comedy is because I was just trying to follow my gift, and I heard a speech say that like your gift is the thing you do best with the least amount of effort. And I was always the class clown growing up. And I remember in like fourth grade, we had like a compliment sheet. We all had a piece of paper, and then we went around and wrote a compliment on everyone's piece of paper. And I was hoping everyone would say that I was like athletic, like, oh, you're great at sports. But then I saw my paper, everyone was like, oh, you're so funny, you're hilarious. So that happened when I was like 9, and I guess it stuck with me. And then I thought back, and I'm like, maybe I should try and be a comedian.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Fairy tale story. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna make it for sure. Then that's awesome.
God willing, dude.
God willing. Are
Before
you
I
very
die.
religious?
No,
No.
no. I grew up Catholic. That's probably where I get a lot of my inspiration from. Actually, like, yes, if I have a favorite comedian, but really, like, my family growing up was really funny. Like my uncle and my cousins, super funny. We would get together every Sunday for a big family dinner. I have like a big family, so that's probably where I get a lot of my humor from.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I really I wish I had that. I don't have a
Like,
very big family, and definitely not regular meetings every Sunday. That sounds like it would be fucking awesome.
yeah, yeah, it was. We don't do it anymore, but it was great growing up. Yeah.
Cool. Do you so did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah, I love sports. I played tackle football all the way through high school. I got into rugby my senior year of high school. I ran track and field, played soccer until eighth grade, played baseball. Uh, I did pretty much all the sports except for I never played like hockey or lacrosse.
Oh yeah, the two gay sports.
The sports with sticks.
Yeah, fucking bunch of fairies out there waving their sticks around.
I
Yeah,
would have loved to try hockey, to be honest, but
yeah,
it's an expensive one to get into.
yeah, no doubt. It kind of a weird sport, very expensive. Pinnacle white culture shit is
Yeah,
hockey. You
yeah,
know?
it
Yeah,
really is.
yeah. I played a little hockey growing up. How
Nice.
old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Okay, cool.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I fucking feel so old. Yeah, do you ever feel old at 25? I remember when I was like that age and I felt old already. I feel
Yeah, I
like I was
feel old.
25 yesterday.
Man, dude. I mean, you don't seem old at all.
Oh, thanks.
People, people make, just the other day, they were ribbing me, calling me old, even though they're like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, shut up.
Yeah.
But my birthday starts with a 19, so, or in 1999. So that's always like,
Oh,
I feel
that's where
like
they're
that's the,
getting you.
yeah, that's where they get me.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'm 92.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
That's my older sister was born in '92.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
position did you play primarily in football?
Bench warmer usually, but no, I didn't get a lot of playing time. I was trying to be like a linebacker and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see much of the field.
Oh yeah. So, do you plan to start a another podcast, just you, or would you have a co-host?
Well, I didn't. I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth after that whole podcast ended. I
But
didn't
you
love
can't
it.
deny the value of it. Like your Sunday dinners. The value of getting in front of the mic and performing, if you can call this performing every week, I find is so valuable, man. Like it's changed my life, to be honest with you. Not in every aspect. Just
Hmm.
taking an hour or two every day or every week rather, and putting together your thoughts, talking them out, thinking them through.
Yeah, a lot of people say it helps them come up with material and stuff when they podcast. So you're right about that. I did actually start something called a podcast like a week ago where
Oh, sick.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bar, I'm gonna get a girl to come back here, and then we're gonna keep the podcast going. And then I did that, but then I tried to do it again. I couldn't get any girls the second time, so I think I might just give up.
Oh, I see. So the premise you were thinking of was you would get random girls from the bar to come back and talk to you on the pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Dude, gimmicks can sometimes work, but all the
Mm,
ones that I watch are pretty non-gimmicky. They're kind of just
yeah,
sit down and what do you watch any podcasts? What are the podcasts you like?
I've watched a lot of Joe Rogan, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, not gimmicky at all.
Yeah. Dude,
But
sometimes a little dry. Like I don't know, especially as he's gotten older. I'm sure because you're 7 years younger than me. Uh, like, dude, his early stuff was really good, and then around like episode because I've watched all of it from zero, and like
yeah,
it was so good up to like 800, and then he started getting repetitive from like 800 to like 1500, and now then he started getting softer, like 1500 onward to now. Like his interviews just aren't the same. Where he was a lot more crazy and just ask anything back in the day, but like you watch his interview with Kanye or with whoever you want to pick. I mean, even Donald Trump, sort of, and some of his bigger ones, and he just really is softened out, which kind of turned me away from it a little bit too. But uh, yeah, I don't know.
yeah. He likes to be a nice guy, which
Yeah,
is cool.
yeah,
I need to watch the first 800 now that you mention it. That
dude.
sounds funny.
Yeah, you should, and it's easy too. Like a good way to narrow it down, so you don't have to watch a million of them, is just watch all the Tom Segura ones, all the Burt Kreischer ones, Theo Vaughn ones, and Duncan Trussell too. Those ones are so funny. So mostly just Joe Rogan. Hey, what about anything other than Joe Rogan that you like to watch?
Um, Theo Vaughn's podcast was pretty fire. I haven't watched too much of it, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is really funny. This past weekend.
Yeah, yeah. This past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Sometimes I just like it's the worst thing to do, but sometimes I'll just scroll on my phone for like an hour and watch all these random fucking reels and shit. I always feel like shit afterwards, but
Yeah, I like doing that too. But then I trust the social medias a little bit, but it gets gross sometimes when you sit there and go like, what exactly is controlling which clips I get? When you
yeah,
don't really know exactly what that is, it gets a little weird, and you kind of start feeling like you're getting fed stuff.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
They're trying to psychologically, I don't know, dude. TikTok especially, everyone on there.
yeah,
Maybe it's just my algorithm, but they're all like, capitalism is bad.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
weird,
a
dude.
psyop, right? That's what they say. They say
Yeah,
it's a psyop. That's like why it got banned. You think that they're going to be able to like stop that ban, or do you think it's going to continue? I know they delayed it or something right now, didn't they? Or give me the latest on
they
that.
did delay it. They delayed it by like 90 days. I hope it doesn't get banned because I edit all my videos on CapCut, and they're gonna ban that too.
Oh fuck.
But dude, TikTok has been good to me. One of the main things that came out of the podcast is I got a lot of those followers, and once you get over 50,000 followers, I was able to join this program where I could make like advertisements for games. And so like last year, I made like 23,000 on TikTok, and it took me only a few hours every week.
Oh,
So
that's
I've been
so awesome.
able it was awesome. But the money's dying out anyway. So if it gets banned now, it's fine. It's already pretty much done paying me.
No, that's good.
But it was good while it lasted.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Holy shit. Ads for video games, hey?
Yeah, I just like pretend to play a video game and then be like, oh, download this game. And then they would randomly pay me money depending on how well it did.
Yeah, you do look like a gamer.
Yeah, dude. I haven't played video games in a while.
Yeah. So what
But my,
about
yeah.
so is I hope it's okay I asked this. I'm curious though. I think anybody else would be too. Like where are you at nowadays with like substances and stuff? Cuz like for me, I'm a total addict. Like
Yeah.
but it's I strangely controllable. It doesn't damage my life. Like I do lots of marijuana. I drink beer constantly. Nicotine. The only ones I don't do really are coffee and like sugar and stuff. But like, how are you nowadays with the beer and with those types of things?
I'm doing good right now. I smoked weed. I've smoked so much weed. Like I'm the same. I'm an addict, And especially after that breakup with my ex girlfriend, that shit actually hurt so bad. That was like
Oh,
the most painful thing ever. And
no
then to
doubt.
make it worse, she just trashes me online.
Holy
But
fuck.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
shouldn't talk. I don't want to talk about her because whatever I say about her, she's just gonna come back and destroy me, dude. Like I
Yeah,
love
maybe.
her, so I
Yeah.
told her everything about me. I
Yeah.
told her all my biggest secrets,
Yeah.
so she can literally destroy me,
I
and
hear
I
you,
have
man.
nothing against her. So
I hear you, man. Well, let me tell you, you're talking to maybe I don't know, one of those guys. I feel like we're on the same page on that, and I'm in the same position. Maybe not quite the same as you, but oh man, I had an 8 year relationship that ended.
man,
Totally with you on it. It's fucking insane, dude. I made her a fucking song. Like
oh
that's
shit.
how fucking stupid of things I did for this woman. Uh, but like I was with a girl that like let's just say she wasn't medicated when I was with her, and then she started to be on some sort of medication near the end, and then so and now she's medicated, so I don't know what she's like now, but it was like torture being with her. Sometimes I think that that relationship was what turned me to comedy, uh,
Yeah,
because sometimes it's that kind of a thing that does it, right?
yeah, definitely, dude.
Yeah.
These girls that are on, I'm done dating girls that are on like SSRIs.
No
Fucking
doubt.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like, dude, the ADHD. I'm not sure what an SSRI is. Sorry, but yeah, like ADHD medication. So like whatever
yeah,
those are nowadays, like
yeah.
fucking, I hear it's like meth or something, and it's like
That
getting the
too. Yeah,
girls on that, and then before you know it, they're like scrolling their phones, and they're like, "You liked this girl's picture a year ago. What the fuck?" And you're like, um, okay.
yep,
So
yep.
yeah,
The
dude.
Adderall is bad too.
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
And
Have you
yeah,
ever
she's
tried it?
crazy. Oh yeah, dude. It's
Yeah,
fucking awesome, and that's why it's bad.
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
You've never tried it?
I've never tried Adderall, but yeah, I've never tried Adderall. I tried to do cocaine once, but I tell that story all the time, and I don't think I got the right stuff, but didn't work
Yeah.
or something like
I
that.
it's fuck cocaine is like yeah, the first time I did it, I didn't really think it did very much either.
Yeah, and I only did it ever the once, and it was like 13 years ago. But fucking yeah, I haven't done too many uppers. Let's just say I've topped out at mushrooms.
Yeah, I quit drinking coffee and I pretty much quit everything, quit doing nicotine. Well, I say that, but I literally have a fucking Zen in right now.
He's got an upper decky. He's got an
It's
upper
because
decky.
I was at the bars with my friend last night and he gave me one and I put it in and then I took it out and then this morning I put it back in. So
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's steroids for podcasting. Nicotine is like
yeah,
podcast steroids.
yeah, it's nice to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quit the weed. Like literally, I'm like 11 days off weed, which is the longest I've gone in a really long time. So I
Yeah.
want to try and go for like a year though.
Oh hell yeah. Nice man. It's good to do that, just show that you have the willpower to do this or that or to take
Yeah,
breaks and all that. But yeah, no dude, I'm a huge addict too. Like, but you know what's interesting? What I want to say to kind of sum that up at the end of this is like
yeah,
it's interesting uh having that addictive personality because in a sense it's like a superpower. Like it can be go awry, but like if you can figure out how to kind of control it and create reward systems for like okay if I do this I can then get the thing that I like a lot, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, then you can use
definitely.
it to almost propel yourself to places that a non-addict wouldn't be able to get to.
Yeah, I need to get addicted to writing jokes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that's another thing I always say, like to do with comedy. That's why comedy is so good for like, and that's what's so beautiful about the art. I don't want to get too fluffy here, but just to say it, it's like competitiveness, narcissism, you know, addictive behaviors, all of them. It's like the best thing to use to get good at that.
definitely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, competitiveness. There's this one comedian in Kansas City, funny guy. Not gonna say his name,
Hmm.
but he randomly decided that he hates me.
Yeah.
So now I feel like it's just so much more motivation. I'm like, okay, I gotta do better than this fucking kid. I gotta
Yeah.
write better jokes, blah blah blah.
Exactly. And then it's like turning that competitiveness into like a normally a bad thing because you're beating
Mm-hmm.
people at whatever fucking ping pong. But
Yeah,
instead of doing that, your competitiveness is turned to like making their lives better. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that shit. So
it can be. And also, my ex girlfriend, she's a comedian, and she's always getting booked on shows because there's like not that many girls in the comedy scene, so they always get booked a lot.
yeah, I hear
So
you. Fucking
whenever,
DEI.
yeah, so all my friends they always book her on shows, and then I'm like, whenever I see that, it just motivates me. I'm like, fuck.
No, yeah, hell yeah, man. Motivation.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, you find a different girl. It doesn't matter. I mean,
yeah,
but I'll tell you though, that is an interesting story. Like, and part of your life, it wouldn't be something I'd avoid. I'd just dive headfirst into it and do the best you can to fucking describe it and play on your side. Because really, at the end of the day, man, I feel like it is a good thing. That is what people like these days. Like they like the stories of breakups and all that kind of stuff. If you can handle it, you know,
yeah,
within yourself and just turn it into a narrative that you use for your career, it can be a good thing. You know,
definitely.
like who would be an example of that? Like I don't know the names. I've got a couple examples in my head, but I don't know their names. But there's tons of people who get famous off of like relationship stuff. You know,
Yeah,
like
I'm hoping that. I don't know. I'm worried if I ever get any kind of fame, then my ex girlfriend is just gonna leech off of it by like telling a bunch of stories about it. But
well, that's the
that's
thing
just
though, is you can both get famous together and then not be like by now you're enemies in the same way that as gross as this is, dude. I don't mean to, because I know you liked her, just like how when I was with my situation, I liked her. You know, I wouldn't have
loved her, dude.
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm using soft language, but you know what I'm
right,
saying.
right.
I fucking, you know, that was why I learned the harmonica was for the song that I made for this fucking crazy girl. I don't know, dude. Uh, we could end the episode. We pretty much got an episode in here, but if we want to talk about a little bit about girls, it's best to put us behind the paywall on the Patreon, and we can do kind of another 20 or 30 minutes on that. But I don't know. What do you
Yeah,
think?
dude.
Because I all I want to
Yeah,
do
I'm
right now
down.
is talk about like girls. So
Let's talk, dude.
yeah.
Let's talk.
Okay, cool. Well, for people who want to see that, go head over to Patreon / Canadian Talk podcast. Canadian Talk. I think it's Canadian Talk or Canadian Talk with Stephan podcast. Go find it. Search that on Patreon, and you'll find all the episodes. I think it's $4 a month. So anyway, man, that's Michael Blanck, comedian. Find him on Instagram. Like he said, he's got all kinds of crazy stuff up there with comedy.
Yep. Check out the vlog on YouTube. We're approaching episode 300. I'm gonna film episode 300 today. It's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be fucking fire.
So
Check
check
it
that
out.
out. And yeah, man, thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
Okay. All right. That's Canadian Talk.